Blood to women are bound together by it. But not only that, they share a thirst for it, to an insatiable craving that turns these two modern-day vampires into the stuff of nightmares. And all because one woman failed to listen to her sister's warnings. But there is something about this story that makes it all the more compelling. It's not just another tale of blood drinking immortality. The audience gets to see things from both sides. Not only do we see what it is like to be a vampire living in hiding in 2023 Europe, but we also get to see what it's like to be the prey. The series is called The Hunger, and it is based on the book of the same name by Alexis Henderson. It was written with the assistance of ChatGPT, and now it's been adapted into a TV series by Showtime. Let's talk about why you need to watch this show and where you can do so. The Hunger takes place in modern-day Europe. Specifically, we're talking about Venice, Amsterdam, and London. The series follows the intertwined stories of Dr. Rebecca de Luna, a ruthless and seductive killer, and Jack, a young Londoner who finds himself thrust into the world of vampires. When we meet them, they are complete strangers, but they will soon become connected in ways they never imagined possible. Throughout the series, we are treated to flashbacks revealing how Rebecca became a vampire. We learn that she was once a respected doctor working in Venice, Italy. However, her life takes a dark turn when she falls in love with a mysterious woman named Miriam, who turns out to be a vampire. Despite being warned of the dangers by her own sister Celeste, Rebecca ignores these warnings and decides to pursue a relationship with Miriam anyway. She ends up becoming pregnant with Miriam's child, but tragically miscarries after being bitten by a human supremacist while trying to protect Miriam. Heartbroken and furious, Miriam feeds Rebecca her own blood, turning her into a vampire in the process. Now, hundreds of years later, their fates intertwine once again when they find themselves in London. As we follow their stories, we discover that Miriam and her progeny have been on the run from an ancient order known as the Keepers. This secretive group dedicated to hunting down and eliminating vampires has been tracking Miriam and her daughter across Europe, determined to put an end to their immortal existence. As if things weren't already complicated enough, there's another group of vampires in town, ones who may not be as friendly towards Miriam and her kin as they seem. They're led by none other than Celeste, Rebecca's sister, who now goes by the name Mother. She made a choice long ago to leave her old life behind and join the ranks of the undead under her new moniker. But don't let the name fool you. Mother is anything but nurturing. In fact, she's quite sinister, having established her own haven where she rules over a coven of vampires and preys on the unsuspecting humans around her. To make matters worse, she isn't happy to see her sister Rebecca alive and well in London. You could say she's got a bone to pick with her sibling, or maybe So what does Rebecca do when she learns that her sister is planning to hunt her down? Well, she runs away. That's right. She bolts to London in search of a cure but unfortunately, her efforts prove futile and she remains trapped in her undead state. In a desperate attempt to save herself, she reaches out to an enigmatic character named Dr. Adam Lancaster. He operates an underground clinic where he conducts illegal experiments on blood transfusions. Though he initially hesitates, eventually agrees to help Rebecca with her plight, but warns her that there will be risks involved. As time goes on, Rebecca's condition worsens, forcing her to feed on human blood in order to survive. However, her cravings become more intense, and she begins to lose control over her actions. Despite this, she continues to pursue her search for a cure with Dr. Lancaster's help. Meanwhile, back in Venice, Miriam feels a deep sense of foreboding knowing that the Keepers are still searching for her. To protect herself, she uses her powers to manipulate people into doing her bidding, turning them into her thralls. This includes a young deliverer man named Jack, who unwittingly becomes entangled in Miriam's web. Jack, a seemingly ordinary guy who works as a pizza delivery driver, has aspirations of becoming a musician, but his dreams are put on hold when he meets the alluring yet dangerous Miriam. She quickly captures his attention and they begin a whirlwind romance. However, little does Jack know that Miriam is harboring a dark secret. She is a vampire, preying on unsuspecting humans like him. Despite this, their relationship continues to develop and they soon become lovers. One night during a romantic stroll, Miriam reveals her true nature to Jack, explaining that she needs his blood to survive. Although taken aback by this revelation, Jack surprisingly doesn't recoil in horror or disgust. Instead, he accepts Miriam's true form without hesitation and offers her his blood willingly. This act of selflessness deeply touches Miriam, and she realizes that she has found something truly special in Jack, someone who loves her despite knowing the truth about her condition. From then on, their bond becomes even stronger as they navigate the challenges of their unique situation together. Meanwhile, in London, Rebecca encounters Jack and they form an unexpected connection. When Jack mentions his involvement with a pizza shop in Notting Hill, Rebecca is intrigued and decides to pay a visit. There she meets Miriam, not realizing that she is her sister's sworn enemy. As the series progresses, Rebecca's feelings for Jack grow, and soon he becomes her lover as well. This adds another layer of complexity to their already tangled relationship. But let's be real here, folks. These two sisters are about to have words. After all, they've been after each other for centuries. And now that they're face to face, all bets are off. And here's another reason to start watching right now. The chemistry between the characters is off the charts. Watching the characters navigate their relationships with each other, especially the steamy romantic entanglements, is absolutely captivating. You'll find yourself rooting for them, even when their actions are questionable at best, and downright terrifying at worst. Plus, the plot keeps you guessing. With each episode bringing new twists and turns, you'll never know what's coming next. And trust me, you won't want to miss a single moment. And speaking of missing moments, let's not forget the stunning visuals. The series is beautifully shot and the cinematography will leave you in awe. From the cobblestone streets of Venice to the bustling markets of London, each location is brought to life with stunning detail. In conclusion, The Hunger is a must-watch for fans of psychological thrillers and supernatural dramas alike. With its gripping storyline, fantastic cast and production quality, this show is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. So what are you waiting for? Start watching today and prepare to be captivated by the dark and twisted world of vampires in 21st century Europe. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more exciting content. Thank you for watching.